Oh, oh, hey, how you doing there? This is my goodness gracious, my hair's a mess. But hey, true tech would be understandable. Oh, let me check and see if this is running. I'll be right back. Because this thing's a pain in the neck sometimes. Okay, good. Hey, all right. Had a glitch there. I thought this thing was running on the. My hair's a mess. I know. Anyway, besides that, the T-Mobile, because if it's on running on a T-Mobile, it kind of fluctuates. It's running on fiber for this connection here. Okay, I just had to go back and check on what was happening. Okay, so back again at this Zorin, because yesterday I couldn't access the NAS. It was again not working. Uh, okay, command has been entered. We'll have to see what happens next. Correct? So what I've done here is, oh, a couple of things I had to do with my Chromebook. This is my Chromebook Plus. Okay. So, hold on a second here. I don't know if a lot of you have access to this. So, what this is here is, let me ask him. Explain to me. Hold on a second. Okay. Explain to me again your role. No. You said you are layered AI, right? Yes. This is AI. Oh, goes to multi-layer system. Yes, but see, it's not saying what it was before. Okay. So yes, the search, the Google search. Yes, you could talk to Google search like you can talk to AI, but you didn't hear that from me. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, because if you couldn't talk to it, how could it search for you, right? Makes no sense. Yeah, this is a Chromebook. See? It's upside down. See? Chrome Plus. You see it now? Okay. You see. Because a lot of you don't want to use this. Wait a minute. Let me get off the volume here. A lot of you don't want to use this because you said, gee, well, it's not real Linux. But it is Linux. Because I can access the NAS, download it. Say I want to download. Say I want to open up. I'll lose him. Hold on a second. Or her. I don't know. Okay, let me go over here. So I click on here. I click on. You've seen these things before. This is touchscreen, so you can play with your finger on the screen. Okay. So I'm going to open up a document. And I say, I don't know if I can. Let me just type something fast. Hello, tech fans. Hello. Oops. Tech. Hold on. Okay. So we'll go, hello, tech fans, right? And say I want to download that. I'm going to download that, right? So we're going to click on File, Download. Well, hold on a second. Download as a doc. Okay, we download. To be honest with you, I would leave it like it is, but we'll download it as a Microsoft doc. Okay. Now it's downloaded, right, on your Chromebook. Show filter. Show folder. Sorry, not filter. Uh-oh, something's missing. Oh. Hang on a second. Hold on, I gotta get back. The shares is missing. It's not there. Oh my goodness gracious. You have to click on the. Okay, up here is three dots. Click on services. SMB file share. That's how you get to it. It should be there automatically, but what happened is when it crashed. Hey, it ain't showing it. What? Oh Lord. Let me get rid of the keyboard. What's going on here? Oh, you know what might have happened? I have a mouse for this. Let me see if I can find the shares. Well, I know what it's supposed to be, but it might use the shares name. Let's see. Backslash, backslash. So backslash is this way and forward slash is this way. Backslash, this way. So backslash, forward slash, okay? So I'm going to backslash, I'm going to put down the computer's name. See if this is the right one. Oh, okay. Shared. Username. Password. Oh. See if it'll work. It should say it automatically. Share mount error on network. Why would there be a share mount in that? Is it this way? Alright, let me try the other way. It worked before. I wonder why it's not seeing it. I might have to reboot this whole thing and see if it pops up. If I can't get it to work. Ooh. I don't think it's gonna work like this. Let me hold on. Let's put this down here. I'm gonna reboot this. Oh, it's a pain in the neck. This thing is. Okay, so we're gonna reboot this computer. Okay. Oh, there's 14 of you all of a sudden. I guess people come and go. Hey, remember, if you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button, okay? Because we all need, there's an error, always an error on there when that boots up. What happened here? Should have booted up. No signal. What? What the heck is this? Look, it's on. That's stupid how that works. It's working now. Hopefully. Okay, gotta get this in here. Let's see at G. Okay, you told me you were a layered something before. I have it. I don't have it on this because I don't have access to my other files. That's why we're trying to get the Zorin back up and running. It seemed to act again. Okay, so I rebooted the Zorin, so we'll see what happens. Okay. Oh, what? What's this? Huh? That's weird. Zorin booted up differently. Hey, Zorin, with that command, Zorin boot up differently. With that command, Zorin just. What? What? Okay. Get in there. What? Incorrect password? Oh, come on. You're kidding. Stupid. I'm trying to make a password I can understand. It's bad enough. Or you can just boot it up without a password. I mean, I'm not running a business where everybody can get in. No, I was demonstrating live to my tech fans out there how you can go into the built-in workplace um, docs and download boot into the workplace docs. Oh, for God's sakes. Okay, okay. It should work now. It should work now. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Let me go back to my It should work. Let's see. Let's try that again. Oh, let me see if the shared is there in files. Open up files. There it is. It's there. I see the shared. The shared is there. So when you download it, it goes into the download file. Okay. Since it's unlisted, we're gonna. This is just an experiment to test. I'm gonna wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta open up the share. Oh yes. For all of this to work, that's right. The share is on the other server. Okay, we're connected to the fiber. There we go. It worked. There we go. It's up and running. There we go. I don't think it was not working. So we're gonna double click on my folder where we're gonna share it to. So we're gonna go back into downloads, drag it over. I'm gonna put it in my name. And then voila, it drops right in there. That's how it's supposed to work on the NAS, on the Chromebooks. It worked. But this Chromebook, it doesn't want to connect to the fiber. It wants to connect to the T-Mobile for some strange reason. Don't get me. Because we have enough. And this is the other Chromebook we have. This is the Chromebook. This is the Acer Chromebook. This one, HP Chromebook. I think the Acer is better because of the it just works better, but it's not touch screen. This too, the same way. You can set up the For some reason, it takes a long time to boot up for some reason. Oops, I want to pick up power. I was using it for something else. It might be dead. They do go dead. I have to plug it in and charge it. I've had this since 2021. Walmart had a deal on this. I think it was 121 at the time. It's not bad though. I mean, it's not touchscreen, but it has more ports than this one does. Let's see. Yeah, the layout's different here. You got Type 3, Type C. It has an SD slot. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have anything in that card? Then you have another Type 3. You got another Type C. So you got two Type Cs. One is for power, or you can use it otherwise for anything else. And then you can plug this into your computer. Or you can plug this into a monitor, Type C, into desktop. Oh wait a minute, hold on. Type C into a TV, HD 4K TV, and well, I was using this to well, I don't want to say underground, but there's ways to use this for other purposes. Let's put it that way. But you can also, if you have a channel, you can upload a video, use that for, some people are using the TV. I did explain here you can use a big screen TV as a background so you can videotape. I showed that on here, didn't I? Yeah, you can do that. I experiment with that. I can tell you which channels have that. This channel doesn't have it. I didn't do it on this channel because at the time I didn't think about it. That means I can turn a server room, and then so I look like I was in the server room. You see, it's not green screen. We're not using that nonsense. What? My screen can animate, can become live, like it's actually there. It's pretty cool. But anyway, I wanted to show you with Chromebook, you can use the built-in Google Docs. Everybody has it as long as you log on to your Chromebook. I don't know about Brave. I never see these things on Brave. So how do you get to them? You just have a new window here. You see these dots next to your name here? So you just go. Everything is here. If you have the full package, you get more stuff here. So you got a lot of stuff here. So, you get your Gmail, you got your Maps, you got your Play, the store, the calendar. You got sheets, you got spreadsheet sheets, and you got video, which would become similar to PowerPoint. Yeah, that's right. You got storage, you got chats, you got Google Ads, you got contacts, travel, you got phone, you can make a phone call. So everything's right here on the side. See? Okay, so what happened is, again, I went to access the Zorin NAS from the Windows PC. It said it couldn't get to it. So I said, what the heck is wrong? So, and Chad told me it couldn't help me with that anymore, or he couldn't figure out what to do. So Google has a search engine they call AI mode. So if you sign up for AI mode, you should get into it. And this can help with a lot of stuff too. Not only this, you can access to, like say you have a channel and you looked up your name and if something's wrong with the Google search information. So you can talk to it and say, hey, can you talk? And I'll say, yes. Can you fix my channel information on the search? And it can do it. Yeah. Just ask it if you have this. So how do you see this? So here it is. So on Google, I have a microphone. I have AI mode. If you have AI mode, click on it because it's a higher end Gemini. Yeah. Oh, lost some people. All right. Oh, more people come back. All right. Okay, so if you're not familiar with this, we have Zorin, okay? And the Zorin that I'm running here is, I think it's hold on a second. Zorin gives you two interfaces. What's the other interface called? No. I think it's Xgorn or something. Xgorn? Oh, I have to log on. Hold on. There it is, XORG. It's stable. Stability hacked on older HP, handles handshakes of the GPN. So, like for instance, if you install Zorin out of the box and your computer, your Windows PC, might not be able to work it, you can go in there. I have to show you. I have to go. Let me get out of this. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta get back into the screen. When you boot up, when you boot up and you got it installed, down in the right hand corner there's a little gear. Click on that and you select the second one, and then you log into that. Set up the desktop the way you want. You should be good to go. It should be more stabilized. It's called XORG. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to show you what's happening here. Oh, I've changed the way things are in here. Okay. I'm going to change. I'm happy actually on a bench here, connected to a bench. Um, This is a site called Destro World, and I think it's Destro World or Destro Watch. Let me see if I can bring it up. So I notice here has all the different OSs, but it doesn't have the one I was going to try to use. I'm told not to use it because it might be not stable, or it could be risky. I don't know. So I'm gonna have to try it on a machine that wasn't really connected to the network. But then again, it's gonna be very hard to use it. So they say Catchy OS. No, that's pretty much the same. It focuses on speed and security. Okay. Well, it's only been out since 2022. It supports 32 and 64-bit. I'm not promoting anything, but I only picked Zorin because it looks just like Windows. The others would morely look like Linux does. Where is he? Oh my goodness. You're gonna. Yeah. Let me turn that off. Alright. 3 gig of RAM. 2 gig of RAM. Minimum storage 30 gig, 10 gig. Optimized for 886, 664 and version 3. 886, 664. Okay. WLAN. XCOM and WLAN option. Wait a minute. So, what about us? So, if we're using XORG, Catchy doesn't use that. Wait a minute. So is Catchy OS better than Zorin OS 18 for the X? If you're running XL Gorn, was it X? Oh, I'm not saying Gorn. XORG X11. Here is the raw truth about which is the master for your AP. Okay, okay. So between the two of them, which one is more Windows friendly? Okay, so Catchy OS is more like for Linux then. So so Catchy OS is more like Linux then. I'm trying this. We're still a work in progress with a lot of this stuff here. When I'm speaking in, I say Linux. It'll say Lennox. Where it won't say. I have to say Linux. If I say Linux, then it says Linux. It's kind of weird, but that's the way the dictation works. It does not recognize certain words, and I have to use phonetic technology. That's the old tech. That's how you used to program the computer to speak. You know, and so it's a shame that for instance, say your name was Rashawn or your name was Caltech, some weird, some strange long name. That's not strange, okay, but the name is not a normal, I'm not saying not a normal name, but it's not a name that you always hear like Bob, John, Joe, Albert, you know, and Jennifer, and Sally and Betty, and those are like easy because you can say that and the dictation will pick it up. But if you say something, the dictation that I'm aware of, so you're gonna have to say like if your name was Rashawn, so you have to say Ray and Sean separate, two separate words. Then the system can actually. Back then we use a synthesizer or a truth voice engine, and it would say correctly. So you have to break it down into syllables. Say you went on a date with a girl and you couldn't say the name because the name was very long and complex. So for your brain to cache for it, you're gonna have to break it up into parts and try to get words that sound similar to it, but it's easy for you to remember. Okay, that's how you train your mind to do things. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm teaching you. What happened here? Um, Come on, you're getting mixed up again. Why do you use the OAC? This has nothing to do with all this stuff. What do you refer to it? See, I tell you, a work in progress. You never get it straight. Luckily, you have somebody like me who has a lot of experience in this stuff. Huh? What, the machine hits the buffer? I know. Why am I using this interface? Because it has more information. Gemini doesn't have it. Gemini and the rest of them, they have to pull from the same pool of information from the data center. And sometimes it can be slower. Next to this would be like Meta AI. I know you're going to say, gee, Meta AI. But I'm just saying that's from Facebook if you don't. I'm not too sure. I've tried Claude. I've tried ChatGPT. I tried regular Gemini and Meta AI. each one is different. They're pulling whoever's making them. They are supposed to be working similar, but they should be able to pull the information up, but they don't pull up the right information. Only reason why I went to this one is because it was able to um, give me what I needed. But ChatGPT says there's nothing else it can do. I'd have to, I'll have to, I don't know. So, well, we'll see. This patch to the install. Oh shoot! I should have wrote it down. Oh, sweat. Oh, sweat. Let's see if I can get it. I should remember everything. Let's see if I can capture this whole thing. Let's do it. I want to start a new search. Can you give me the command to fix the problem that I was telling you about in Zorin with the Wi-Fi crashing? Oh, well, see, it's a different thing that run this. That's completely different than you gave me before. You gave me an SUD. I remember what the command was. It was SUD system. What's going on here? Why is this in it? I think it's CTL. That one. No. It was hibernate. Hibernate. It's a shame that they can't remember what they. I don't think it was mask. MAS. Maybe it could be mask. So it's going to be SUD. There should be a way to copy that. Let's copy that. Copy C. Open up my thing here. Control V. Oh, that's another thing too. When you're copying and pasting stuff in, I don't know if a lot of you are familiar with. It grabs other data, so you want to paste without formatting. Then it comes out a clean line. So SUDO SY system CTL space mask hibernate target space hibernate dash sleep target. That's a little strange. I thought it was more than that. But, I should have all this here. Let's see. Oh my. Oh my. What did I do here? I got too many tabs open here. I want this one. I think this is the one we were talking about. Alright. Someplace here, if I can find the command, it'd be great. Let's see if I can find the command. Okay, those of you who are on the Chromebook, you want to go into settings and down in the taskbar and go into security, settings, privacy and security, toggle off help improve Chrome OS feature performance, toggle off DNOS and usage. The reason you want to do that, so this thing said, and it was funny, that he said Chrome, that Chrome OS is tracking everybody. I know well, I heard about stuff like that, but I don't know. See, and he said how to disable it. I never asked him for it, but he did it on his own. Let me see if I can find this here. I know it has to be here. I just want to make sure it's the same logic. Oh, here it is. I found it. You know, it's a lot different than what he said. Ah, gee, I gotta do it again. See, the command is different. It's sudo system ctl space mask space sleep dot target space suspend dot target space hibernate dot target space hibernate dash sleep dot target. That's a lot different than what he gave me. That's why I say whatever they tell you, it never trickles down to where it needs to be. Let's see. Found what to this one. That's a full stack command. By grouping all the targets, sleep, suspend, hibernation, and hibernate sleep into one line, you essentially zeroed out the entire power management subsystem for the Linux kernel. As a pioneer programmer, okay, not to really get into too much. Let me do the same thing here. Paste without formatting. So basically, you want to paste without formatting. If you don't, then you have all this extra garbage stuff you don't really need. He wants me to run that command. Let's run that command. Let's see what that does. So Zorin, to bring up the terminal, I know I could just leave a shortcut to terminal. Maybe I should do that because it would save time. It's under utilities. Let's see, can I just add it to the desktop, add it to the pin? I don't know how good. So we added it here. Because everything's still done on the terminal. So we're going to type, what is that? L. What is that? Is that L or is that I? Strange, it doesn't show up that way. Must be. Huh? This keyboard is different, so the lowercase L looks weird on the system here. Okay. Okay, so everything is working then. We'll see what happens. So, in Catchy OS, does it have the same problem? Does the Catchy OS have the same problem? OS. Yeah. Yeah, but this Wayland cannot be used. Wayland cannot be. That stupid thing will not work. Wayland cannot be used on. Holy cow! What happened here? The thing with all about this is a lot of people are using old computers or computers are not sanctioned with Windows 11 25H2, so everybody is stuck. And they run to Linux hoping that Linux will solve the problem, but Linux has some problems of its own. Maybe they should run to Mac OS for theirs. Well, Mac OS is really not much there going on there. I mean, it's Apple's ecosystem. Um, Here, I'm gonna bring you guys over here. I know you guys have to see what I'm doing. Ugh. I could do it this way. Let me. I'm gonna clamp. C clamp. So this C clamp you can clamp it anywhere. So I'm gonna go. But then again, maybe. Okay, you can see what I'm doing here. Because I can't keep tilting back. I only bring out this stuff now is because. Oh, look at my hair. I gotta hit that. Trying to figure out this problem because it's very it's time consuming, you know. It's and I'm giving you in real time. There's no editing. There's no no sponsors or anything like that. I'm just telling you like it is. Like that. I was thinking about starting a camera channel only. But I don't know. I don't have the time for that. So that's why I dump everything here on the tech channel. There's a lot of things I can talk about cameras. But anyway, right now we're just trying to find this one little problem here. Because I'm using and this computer here. This is a AMD A4 APU, which is accelerated processor unit. But they were made a little different than the Ryzen. Though the Ryzen is the next generation of that processor, it's don't get me wrong, it's not bad. But this thing on the this processor, it's 2.4. It's 2 cores, and GPU is 4 cores. It's 6 cores altogether. Okay, it works. I have no problem with it. It's just that there's no way in the world I can get 25H2 to work on it. I wish I could. It won't work. I tried everything. I have 2 of these in the house. I have an A8. The A8, no problem. But that's a different, whole ball game. I wonder if hold on a second. I was thinking, since the A4 and the A8 have the same similarities, say if I put an A8 on this. Did I say it the right way? Since the A4, I might as well just type it. Oh. Since the A4 and the A8 have a lot of similarities, except for the memory. No laptop. What's wrong now? Oh, this is hang up on me. I got too many things open up. I'll have to close them out. Whoop! Don't close him out. Did I close? Did I lose him? Okay, not yet. Okay. Chat, goodbye, chat. You only have 8 gig of RAM on this. This is an N305, so this is running 8-core CPU and 8 threads. That's it, with 8 gig of RAM. Yeah, that's all it is. And an A3 processor. That's it. Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it can't work, but it works. I have a lot of stuff disabled on this, and I have the wireless tweaked. It has nothing to do with the wireless tweak. I just want the wireless to run full power. I don't want it to run halfway. It makes no sense. Halfway, that's half a duplex. Full duplex, and if you are technically inclined, it's going to network. And I'm saying you're not, but I'm just saying that's what I mean. So you want full speed ahead. If you're driving, you step on the accelerator and you want to go beyond 50 miles an hour, you're going to go to 100, right? And a lot of these laptops, they run half, so they run at 50. So they're not running at 100, they're running at 50. So, and the same thing when it comes to wireless. That's why I do a lot of wireless tweaking, because I want it running at the fastest speed. We don't want no bottlenecks and stuff like that. So that's what I do. Okay? You understand? Okay. I know you see this thing up. Okay. Okay. All right, happy here. So right now, you know, hey, he's doing a lot of stuff in Chrome OS. So why do people say don't get a Chromebook? You can do spreadsheets. See, it saves, it downloads. If you have a share or another, like a NAS, you built a NAS in the house, you saving it to every computer is saving those files, and you can access the NAS. You can access pictures, videos, all sorts of things, and then your Chromebook. So you can do the, you can download and play games. You know, if they're available for your device. When I play, say I played World of Tank Blitz on here. This is touchscreen, so the touchscreen feature enables. But I don't want to do touchscreen. I want to use a keyboard because I had the keyboard set up the way I wanted to set up. You know, it would have the buttons set up for the different weapons and different things. And you want to use up arrow to go forward, down arrow to go backwards, left and right to turn the tank around. Right? You still have to use your mouse to shoot the cannon at the enemy. You know, like that. I haven't played a game in a long time, but that's the way I do it. Same thing with Star Trek. I don't know. Do I use a mouse? Yeah, I use a mouse to select things. But I have, and we use macros in Star Trek Online. Macros, so all the engine features come on, all the shields come on, all the weapons are deployed, everything you got automatically. So when you hit fire on the mouse or the space bar, I have it set up with the space bar. I hit the space bar, everything goes off at the same time. A lot of points that way. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of that. So yeah, get the little. If you can get this, you don't spend a lot of money on this. This is expensive because it has more RAM, better processor. It's heavier too, compared to the other one. This is touchscreen. If you want to play around with touch, this one that has no touchscreen. They're both heavy, to be honest. One is, if you see the big difference here. This is 14. I think this is 11. That's it. No, this is bigger than 11. That's right. Yeah. Well, anyway. Yeah. I had an Acer 17.5 inch, the German Shepherd at the time, jumped on the keyboard. Got so excited, he jumped on the keyboard of it looked like this. He jumped on it, and one of the keys, a couple of keys got damaged. So at the time, there was no replacement part. I went on eBay. I found a replacement part out of South Carolina. I ordered it. It was about $40 to $50, and then because I used to repair laptops. That's all I did with one company. All I did was take it apart and put it back together. I'm doing it so fast. I guess I've become such a pro at it. But anyway, that's what I did. The same thing with the Acer. Replace the replace the keyboard. You know, just take it apart, take out the ribbon, put the new ribbon, put the new keys back on, and I'm up and running. Yeah. So that's it. Today, yeah, you know, and I haven't opened up one of these yet to see how inside here is, but you know, everything's different today. Oh, it's scratched. But this is what? I mean, this is 5 years old now, and it still works. And this came with 102 AC, 160 megahertz for the bandwidth, and had Wi-Fi gigabit at the time. Not that bad. Wi-Fi C. I mean, it's good for what it can do. And this one here, I have no clue what's inside of it. But, you can go in and find out what you have inside, but it's memory. It's under Linux, so you have to decrypt Linux to figure it out. You know, what does it mean? What does this mean? And stuff like that. So that's it. Okay, what time is it? Oh, 55? Okay. So, this is your Zorin. Welcome to Zorin. Okay, so you're saying, now what, right? Now what? What are you going to do? What do you want to do in Zorin? You want to play games? What do you do in Windows? That's what you have to figure out. Hey, what am I doing in Windows? So you write all this down. You know, I don't have no pen here. Isn't it weird? So you write down everything you do in Windows and then figure it out. I mean, you can install Zorin. If you have problems with Zorin, then you have to run Zorin X. What is it? XORG or GRX? I think that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Xorg. Got to run that. That's more compatible with older systems. Yeah, this is a 2012 system. It still works. That's all I care about. Oh, it has Windows app support, really. Look at this. You got Windows app support. Run Zorin. Run Windows apps in Zorin OS with wine and bottles. This package installs wine capability layers as well as bottles. Wine allows you to run many Windows apps inside Zorin OS if they are native apps. Bottles make it easy to install and manage the Windows apps and games. So I guess you just stick in a USB drive or pull it in from the NAS. Yeah, okay, interesting. All right. All I care about is cleaning programs, stuff like that. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Not really running much stuff like that. So now you see it. Okay. So I've been doing this a month now with this. I've done Linux before. I mean Android, and before Android, I did play around with the Linux. At that time, I tried Mint, Distro, all the other things they had available at the time. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, what time is it? Hey, if you find this interesting, I need your help. We need to hit 1,000. Okay, we're getting there. You know, it takes. I know it's taking time. We just need to get to 1,000. Okay, and then you have a choice: live stream, interactive. We can do that. The only reason why I don't do that is, I'm not on a terminal. I'd have to have a computer here. Well, I could do this on the Dell and use a webcam on the Dell and interact with you that way. And that means, do what I have to do and explain because we have computers around you. You can do it that way too, but anyway. But anyway, we got it straight now. I know this is the time to get a lot of you texts because a lot of you either at work or maybe you left work and you're on your way home to rest. I would like to ask, how many of you out there, even though you work on the PC all day, do you go back on the PC? Because a lot of texts tell me, no, I don't want to go back on the PC. But I'm a true tech. I go back on the PC still. That's what I do. Hey, I'm not saying you have to do it, but I'm just saying. Like that. This is a magnetic mount. See? Magnetic mount. And then you put your camera on this, or your laptop. Whatever it is you have. It's pretty neat. Got a whole bunch of these things. But the problem with these, I always fear that, like with suctions, they don't hold too well. So, anything you'd like me to talk about, mention in underneath this video. Thumbs up. This is hitchhiking. Hey, I need I need a ride. That's what I mean. This means thumbs up. Okay, this is peace. So I need you to thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Okay, a lot of you watch this stuff. I know you do. Don't be afraid. No matter what country you're in, we're all in the same place. We're all on the same planet, right? We just might be trying to figure out Linux, Mac OS, Windows. Oh, did you update your patches for Microsoft has so many patches. So say the guy was, hey, oh my goodness, I forgot to put this code in. Hey, I'm gonna roll out another patch in. Oh, hey, I forgot to do this. Otherwise, people can't print. Oh, gotta run another patch in. So you see, that's how they have to do it. They have to run patches because somebody forgot something. If they had quality control, we used to do UAT, user acceptance. Yeah. So user acceptance is a trash over here. Hey, got it in. User acceptance. So they would verify that everything is working. And it looks like Microsoft is not doing that. They should have a group of people testing out and making sure everything works out before they send the patch up. because now you, the beta tester, that's right. Congratulations, you're now a Microsoft official beta tester. You're beta testing it out. I don't know if they're coming out with Windows 12, or they're gonna call it some absurd name. You know, Windows. Maybe they call it Microsoft's GUI, but then that's not a catchy name, so they have to figure out something. This is pretty cool. Look at this. Oh, did it wrong. There you go. That's how that works. This is good if you're stressed and somebody's driving you crazy and you got something in the mail again. Oh God, again. Can these people leave me alone? Oh, like that. That's what these come in. These are sensory. These are for stress, anxiety. Pretty cool. You might see people wearing them. You never knew what they were. Comes in different things. I have a lot of these things. Anyway, hey, take care. All right, that's an hour now. So thanks again. I hope a lot of you subscribe. I'll find out on the other computer. I don't see it on here. Okay. Take care. And those of you who are members, thanks a lot for being a member. You can be a member too. Hit the join button. The super thanks too if you find it helpful. Okay. I did this because I want to show you I'm still having the problem. And hopefully our little friend here who's supposed to be the master of Gemini really came out with something to fix. But he's helped me with one of my channels because I typed my channel and I said, wait a minute, they got the information wrong. And he fixed it. He said, what do you need? What should it be? He said, okay, this is what it should be. And they fixed it right away. Because otherwise, how you get the things rectified? I don't know if they have an AI for Google Maps. Like, for instance, if I lived at this place, you couldn't find it on the map. But the house was there, but it wasn't really there. It's crazy, isn't it? That the house didn't exist. That's terrible. I don't live there no more, but I think they fixed the problem. It took a long time. Almost 10 years? That's crazy. Hey, take care. What's today? 27th? It might be back on before Friday. Hopefully everything goes well. If something comes out exciting, then we'll be back. But I'll be back. Oh, wow. This is for what's the additional portable drives? He said this is type 3, little blue. Sometimes it might be purple, and you plug this into those little drives. Those little drives. If they don't have much circuitry, you could put an SSD in there. Yeah. Let's check it apart because all that's in there is a mechanical hard drive. If the mechanical hard drive is not soldered into the circuitry, sometimes they just plug in. You have to open it up to see what's in there. Okay. All right. Take care. See ya. We're out of here. Oh, I gotta tilt this like this because okay. Now I gotta tilt it back up again. Whoop. All right. Came right off again. Jeez. Okay. We're out of here.